And we're checking. Okay. And we're here back finally with Bad Decisions Legacy. This is a legacy challenge I made way while back, like when we first got seasons. And I've done it a few times just myself. But this is the first time I ever recorded it, obviously, because didn't have any sort of setup for that before. Now, I've done a few episodes and the rules were posted. Um, but basically, it's going to be a lot of things that aren't that easy. Now, the main focus is the couple that you have, or the single sim, and then you get some extra time to find a love interest because you're going to want to survive the winter, build up your house by collecting items, and you have to open the capsules, use the treasure maps, open the limestone. You can't just say, "Oh, that's a flat rate." You get no. You have to take what you get. You get your frogs, but each sim only gets two. So once you have two, it doesn't matter if you have a more valuable one or not. That is your only constant income. There are no jobs, no high-ranking hobbies, but you can earn those after you get past part one of the first generation. Now, the last time I did it all the way, it was 6 generations of just things not making sense. So I gave the first generation 2 parts just to keep them around a little bit longer, but you don't even have to do the other ones if you don't want to. But I figured I'd come back to it because last time we had the ailment spread, and I was saying that in keeping with the spirit of it, because before you have kids, you can only travel a few times. You get your travel tokens, and then you get your one imaginary one so that you always come home. You cannot sleep and relax and hang out in the world. You have to get whatever collectibles you can find and then come back. And when you come back, you sell from the inventory or build mode depending on what it is you were able to steal. One of your Sims must be a klepto, obviously. So I decided I don't really like giving those extra tokens. But if you decided to do this and you wanted to have your ailments, you could have them on, but the only reason you get the extra steps is because there's a few different ways that you can cure your ailments. Find a fairy, you go swim in that lake, and I think there's one other way you do it, and after that, you immediately get home, and of course, go from there. I, however, am going to turn it off. And although without those, I'm not sure if you actually need balance and imbalance. And we're going to take away luck because even though some things can go wrong with bad luck, you can also get good luck. And we can't have good luck. No, that's too easy. And also it's a sin in this world, see? So, we're going to have that and move on from there. But of course, I think last time was when they were cured from that. So, uh, when you start out, you're going to build up your house like this. It needs to look tattered and ruined. No, you cannot just start on an empty lot. Not only is that boring, but it's also kind of cheap. You need to put some effort into this. And obviously, since we've already started the challenge, I have some closed in areas. You start with nothing closed in and only a little bit of covering for the bathroom. Just to give them some chance. Obviously, you don't want them to die immediately, but if one of them dies, or your child gets taken away, or if you have pets, if one of them runs away, that's a loss. You need to focus on their relationships at some point when it is fitting. Uh, And we don't want that, do we? So, as we close in these rooms, some of these decorations and whatnot, you can put some on your walls anywhere, whatever, I don't care. And you can sell them as each room is considered complete within, the basic understanding, like all the stuff that makes a kitchen. Now that we have appliances, you don't have to have them, but if you would like to include them, well, that's when you get to sell, their living arrangement, whatever it is. You see? And of course, you can trade out windows and doors, and any money you get from that, once you've been successful, um, that is also an earn. And their bedroom and this room, a lot of these, they have the same material and whatnot because you don't have that much to work with. But also, the only thing that you are allowed to undo is if you have deleted the wallpaper, assuming you were ready, and then you miscalculated. The rooms at least need to look like rooms. You cannot just leave them unpainted. So if you have to go back, that's the one little thing. I've made some edits here and there if they make sense. In fact, there's a lot of consideration for when you have infants because they can be buggy. Now, if the game is buggy, it's not your fault. It's not a loss. You got to do what you got to do, especially considering how needy they are. So I believe she's pregnant with the first baby. I didn't feel like pets. But even if you do have pets, it is a legacy whether you do the other years or not. They have to have, at least two, maybe one, depending on how many pets you have. Human children. All right? So while I'm just sitting here giving you kind of just a basic quick recap, and you can just ignore him. No, none of that. We don't really even interact with our neighbors. Let's see. All right, so she is pregnant with their first baby. Now, while she is pregnant, I have it paused because you only have so much time. But while she's pregnant, or he's pregnant, whichever one you want to do, I don't care. You set up your setting and do your building, but as soon as you start playing, within your understanding, that's it. That's what you get. She can come along with him. Once she has the baby, or whatever, that parent has to stay home. And the one that leaves gets the extra travel token, which would up them to 3, I think it was. Sometimes 4. It depends. Or, um, whichever one is your klepto, obviously, is the one that really needs to be leaving. But that's just to get your major things. And now you cannot cheat uh, your mischief skill. Okay, so once you start having kids, if you would rather just do collectibles, then pick whichever one you want. If you want the collectibles and the klepto, then you need to pick the one that has that trait. Only one of them may have that trait. It's simpler than it sounds. So let's see. Now it's 10, and I think last time we left to cure. Um, to cure whichever one was sick. I can't remember. So I'm not sure that I want them to leave exactly yet. Let me check. Oh, we love when we just jump in. It's just there's kind of a lot to think of until you start getting going. Just basic. It shouldn't be too easy, but I mean, you've been playing a while, you know this game. We add some consideration for bugs. That's the simple part. Uh, I mean, he's pretty tired, so I would assume. that they left already. I don't want to give them an extra token if I don't need to. But, I mean, that is kind of the point of the video. What am I doing? Gosh, I forgot how to YouTube. Let's see here. Yeah, it has been a while. Alright. But it looks like the last time was when they were cured. So, but we're still going to leave them here for now and think about all the little ways that we can be difficult. We don't need you. Can we leave? Oh, yes, I gave them a pond so they'd have a chance to get washed up. I think they have good enough stuff. I don't know. And yes, the room is considered complete even if you have the worst options. Uh, Part of building up the house is also upgrading. But, it really depends on how your winter goes. If you're lucky the right way without the additional luck, don't do that. You should have a nice sparkling house before winter ends, if you're lucky. Now, about the Sims. This is Alyssa and Anton Jarvis. And surprisingly, they get along well, which you wouldn't expect, because they're my Sims and they're trying to do this. The last challenge I just did the first generation, really. They had everything they needed, and winter was just a couple days left away. That was Morgan, Morgan Ember, and Penny Pizzazz. That was fun. Maybe they'll be more successful. Gosh, I feel like I was yapping forever. But that's okay. If I remember right, I think I gave them that right away. The lunchbox over there. It's already 1 p.m. But I feel like I need to speed this up. And where are you going? Yeah, I'd say they're wholesome. I mean, or maybe they just convince themselves that they're wholesome because who agrees to do this? Renovate or die. That's what I called it on the forums, but eh. I just have that Family Guy thing playing in my head. This is important for sports. And think of that when you think about why Red has to ramble. It's been a few months since I did the last episode. Oh no. Go away. We don't care about you. Get off my lawn. Frickin' invaders. Leave. Yeah, shoo. I noticed that the fairies visit at random, but not like the original Sims did. Like a lot of people used to complain about Eliza because she is this broken? I don't think so. Because she visited so very often. But that seems to have been very tamed. And now we see them at random. Now obviously we're in Innis Green, but I was playing a different save the other day, and some random fairy showed up at my house, and I play a lot, and I notice when I see random fairies. They're odd visitors. Sometimes I'll let them in. This is not one of those times. Well, I guess everywhere is in when you live in a crap hole, huh, Alyssa? What's this? Hey, lazy slut. Your wife wants to tell you how much she loves and appreciates you. Get up. Did I mention I make content for adults? It's not that serious. Chill out. I don't know why they like to sit that there, but it's fine. He already knows you're pregnant. I feel like no matter how often I play this game, I still cannot get used to the way everything is set up. Oh, the. Mm. Well, since you don't get any money from it, I suppose so. Oh, speaking of money, now if you get the call that lets you have inheritance, the one uh, where they say get married on this condition or whatever, y- you need to ask what the condition is, and you get I think it's 2,500. Now for this challenge, that's only for bills. If you get that call, and you cannot use it to add to the house. But if you get that call, then you know your bills are covered. That was the one saving grace I allowed, but only that one because there's more than one. I don't know. I feel like I should give her a completely unrelated formative moment because I mean, I'm sure she wanted to be a princess and then she wanted to be a doctor and then she was like, "No, I'm going to be a teacher." And then she was like, "No, let's marry this bum and go live in a shack." Cuz life is funny that way. Is this funny or just sad? I don't know. Sure, pet friend. And guess what? You don't have any pets. What? No. And you definitely have to say no to that. Um, well, actually, no, no, wait. I think there's another version of that. On, I can't remember if that's the same call, but basically, if you say yes to one of those calls, and you have that pack, it's just some random person. You're gonna meet them and bump uglies in the hotel that's in that town that I can't pronounce, and then they're gonna give you a whole bunch of gems and whatnot that you can sell. Obviously, you can't say yes. That's too much free money. Deal with it. You're just standing there, Alyssa. You can clean things up. Did I mark this as something? Oh, right. That's a bathroom sink. Well, okay. Well, let's turn this to all then. Will that fix it? No, it's still stupid. Fine. I can drag it in. It doesn't mean anything. I know what you're thinking. Oh, can we have that trash can? Nope, you can't have that trash can. Stop it. Oh, speaking of, Now, frogs, aside from the fact that you can only have two, there's no limit. If it's ready for you to breed again, go ahead and you sell their baby. Oh, actually, they have 4,000. I just noticed that. I keep trying to clean my glasses, but they're starting to get all messed up and scratched up, so I didn't see that. I think last time I mentioned that it's because they got that. But even if they have that call still, that's 4,100. That means they can use some of it. All right, well, I just can't remember if they got that call or not. No, she had those two. Well, I guess if you accidentally sell the wrong frog, it's fine. It's the same thing. Especially when they stack on top of each other. Go away. All right, well, 4,100. I guess you could pretty much do this on just about any lot. Now, of course, the big thing is your babies can share their rooms for a little bit, but you're going to want to have a room for every kid completed to the basic necessity. So they need a bed, a changing table, a toilet. That's right, every single one of them. They're going to be babies with you all winter. They must be on long within the game limits, and the seasons must be at 28 days. Okay, that's what you have. No, you cannot use mods. Deal with it. Uh, but if you run out of room, that's when you start moving things around. And obviously, still within the game, you can edit your roof for free. I don't care. Generally, you're not going to be rotating very much, but on the off chance you did want to continue on, or even if you weren't um, going along with the exact legacy, you can rotate just to select couples that you want to have kids so that your children will grow up with suitors if you would like. I'm not selling it, just moving it out of the way. I don't know. I don't know if that's ready to be closed in. And of course, there is another thing to consider when you're building with this. They must always be able to get between the areas. So be mindful. If they can't get through, you have to put a door. It can cost a lot. Let's see, how many is that? 1, 2, 3. I could fit that in right there, actually. And we're going to move this around because that means it's no longer in this room. It is not a reward. But that's okay. So before we start celebrating, um, when you are using these half walls to make the house look a little bit more decayed, sometimes when they touch other walls, the wallpaper goes away. So you are going to have to replace that. So that's why, you know, you have some considerance. That's not a word, but you know what I mean. Mm, maybe right there. Now this window belongs to this room. Let's see. I feel like I was being quite specific about where to place these. But since it didn't delete anything, okay, still have cash. Uh, 3581. Okay, we're pushing it. Do we have another space? 34. Now you can pretty much use any combination of toys and furniture that you want. I don't care. I mean, if you want to add on changing everything and not just upgrading, I would consider that getting into some of the second part of Generation 1. But just in general, they have the same thing. So you sell this, great, get $16 back. It's something. So that is complete with what we have. So we're going to sell this window, but to replace it with this one. And we're still at 33. I'm digging it. I don't think we can afford to close this one in, though. I don't even know what this room was. It looks like it has room for a living room, though. Do they deserve a living room? I don't know. Closing this part of the house? I mean, we can afford some walls, but I am not confident, actually. I'm going to move this here for now. Bless you. Alright, so it's not closed in, but it's connected to this one. So we'll add that paint in. You have to protect your children. I mean, I guess this is protecting them. I don't know. I am filled with, I don't know. Like, this house is not going to get, that room's not going to have a window. Okay, let's... 26.52. Okay, so a little bit of money. That was the wood, so would it be? I don't know what I'm doing. Let me see how much this is. 104. Okay. Making progress. I feel like Pass Red was a little bit more lenient about those phone call acceptances. But I'm only adding some addendums because it's been some months since I've been in this specific save file. So we're kind of going with it, but what I'm showing you is kind of the gist of it. We're assuming they already traveled, they will stay home, and we'll use it down to that 2,500 what money they have. Uh, do we dare? How much is that? 120? Mm. And it really doesn't have to match, but it can. I'm being lenient there because it really just depends on however you want to do the fixer upper within the limits that you've been given. Well, they have a door, they have a light. That is closed in. You know what that means? That is when you get your reward. So we get to sell the broken window. And because this is an outer layer, we can sell um, the wall trash as well. I guess that could have been a walkway and not a room, but it's fine because this space has the most rewards in it. Kind of. Get those all cleaned up. I know what you're thinking. You didn't do the thing. Did you see that? We had enough for the wallpaper, okay? That's why it got closed in. But honestly, I'm still not sure what I want to do with that space. You know, I don't think I ever decided what I wanted to do at all. That's why I can't remember. But it's okay. The point is to stick to those basic rules, which is why we yap about them forever. But if we need to make some slight changes, we will. Especially since now we have so many more new packs, right? It's been a while. I mean, I don't want to spend that much, but 235. Okay. 2701. We're going to say they have a living room. That's why I didn't have a specific thing, because I do this every time I do this challenge. I give myself the parameters I'm supposed to stick by, and if I'm away from it for too long, because it does kind of take a while and it's repetitive like most challenges, then I start slipping. But I mean, you know, that's basics. See, and now you're arrested. What? No. And even if I wanted to go, why would I waste my travel token on such nonsense? I can be naked in my own home. If you've never gone to that festival, but you have that pack, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a barbecue, and everybody's naked. Or if you want to be fancy, sky clad. It's fun, but I mean, not exactly what you want to be doing with your winter when it's cold and windy. They really like this pond. But they also have no choice because it's the only form of entertainment that they're going to be getting. I feel like most of you are kind of used to red just being a chaos for herself, even just small doses. But if anyone wants to be like, well, how come you made the challenge and you made the edits? It's like, well, because I made the challenge. I can do whatever I want to do. I'm still following my own rules. I'm not even sure I want that to be the living room. However, since we could afford to close in the whole room, I feel accomplished. We did something, but we're still recording because your travel tokens reset at 6 a.m. Now, as for the backyard, I don't remember what I had changed it to. I feel like I changed it, but you don't have to close it in. But that's what you would be fixing last, so that you can keep any of these decorations or sell them if you so choose. But we're a ways away from that. I mean, we don't even know if they'll survive. I could probably close in the living room, but not completely. I could afford them a door. Can people step over those small half walls? I feel like no. But then I remember it took a while for people to register when we got the platforms that if it was only one high, then they would use it as a step. Boy, aren't you lucky, Alyssa? You have a toilet. In fact, you have two toilets. It's such luxury. You're being spoiled. Maybe I should take something away from you. One in the morning. I know it's getting kind of long, but I just wanted to come back and yap a bit so I could kind of remind people. I mean, I don't even know that anybody would want to play along, but worst case scenario, you can't remember what I said. Just watch a couple episodes to do what I do. You're following the rules. But it's a harsh lose, okay? If you let anybody die or get taken away or run away in game, you failed. Enjoy your family and start over. Oop, and it's almost 6 a.m. I think the frogs are ready. Why did it say that? Okay, well, that looks like a glitch, but nevertheless. Okay, let's see how we feel. Really, you have to use the bathroom and you're hungry. Living this easy life is really turned you into a spoiled snatch basket. Fine, go to the bathroom and have your little snack, and then, we kind of have to go get money because your wife has a mini inside of her, in case you forgot. He's so selfish. I should just give you milk. Hungry? Well, here's a whole gallon right to the face. That would fill me up. I mean, aren't you getting hungry? I'm getting hungry. Let's see, how are we doing here? Third trimester in 23 hours. It's almost time. Get a move on. We have things to do. No, you may not replace it. I mean, if you're towards the end of the challenge and you have some money above anything that you've accepted for free, I mean, I guess you could. But I forgot which one of them I wanted to be handy. I guess technically both of them could be, especially her. Oh, she's a klepto. I do want the klepto, so I guess he'll be staying home then. Fine by me. All right. Well, is he situated? Great. Let's go. Now for the rules of our travel tokens. I feel like every time I play this, I change it. You're gonna have like two or three in most cases. I think I had them at two, but they're gonna get another token anyways because she's preggers. And obviously, at some point, you'll probably be told that the places you're stealing from are incomplete. In that case, you can go in and you can put whatever you want. I don't care how high ranking or whatever it is, it does not matter. But when you fix it so that it's no longer incomplete, then you need to wait. What was it? 1 to 2 days before you can go back to it. Why? It's just an unnecessary difficulty. Oh, it's not there. I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's the same area, but not as much easy pickings there. At the lounge, I mean. At the museum. Uh, yeah, this museum actually, I think, is worse than the one that's in Willow Creek. In Willow Creek, they have a lot of things you can steal. So I'm going to pause because we want her to steal something. Actually, maybe we'll try and have her steal first. Uh, why is there someone at the bar? Damn you. Of course, if they get caught, you must immediately leave, empty-handed or not. Let's see if you can steal that yet. If you are together with Anton, we're not on a date. We're trying to pay for your future crumb snatchers. There's one. All right, Alyssa, move your butt. Okay, let's have a look see. Oh, there's one. Come on, you're almost there. I'm pretty sure I had it at 2 tokens already. But, I mean, either way, soon they're going to have another one. No. I mean, I guess you could, but, like, we're here on a mission. That's nothing. Ah. It doesn't really matter how you do this, but remember, these little things, that's how you find more frogs. They already have 2 frogs, so those are nothing now. And when they have kids that can do the breeding, they must breed their frogs and then hand those off to their offspring. So I don't care if you think you can find a more valuable one. Whatever you get, that's what you have. And be grateful. I mean, look at them. They have an outhouse and they have half a house and they just think they're rich as hell. It's kind of disrespectful. uh, now I keep looking at the plants because I know last time I was doing this, there was a tree that was in season around here. I just can't remember what it was. Not last time in this one. The last time I was playing the challenge. Uh, and it's always different. So that's why we can go to pretty much whatever place. Just be wary. Mm. Oh, good, she was successful. That's what I like to see. Now, you can pause and queue up the items, but I notice sometimes when you're collecting a lot of collectibles, they might forget the last one. And I don't want to have to go looking around for every little thing because Red will miss things. It's hard to be an airhead. Yeah. Are you feeling sympathy? You should feel some sympathy. I don't see anything right there. I feel like every time I look over here, I'm losing my mind because I can't remember if there's actually a tree or if maybe my save file that I did it in was glitched. And of course, since Alyssa's just standing there, she can go fishing. Now, fishing, you can pretty much sell anything, but there are some areas, unless they edited it and they added more, but there's some areas where you can get higher ranking items. Obviously, if you catch anything of great value, you cannot sell it, but you also cannot use it in most cases. So it goes in the inventory, the household inventory. I think it adds to the rent, which is good for the challenge. So. Yeah, that's right. If it feels like it's an FU, you're probably doing it right. I could have said that from the beginning. uh, there's actually a lot here today. I have come over here and only found one collectible. It was a sad day for them. I thought it was hilarious. And this is why we want to turn luck off. Alright, he should be okay to get those last two without forgetting that I told him where to go. Alright, well. Oh, she's miserable. Did you catch anything? I wasn't paying attention. No. He's got lots of stuff. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Most people, um, in the early days, they would always just sell these for that flat rate. No. You extract your fossils, you open your capsules. If you get a treasure map, you need to find another rock because that's when it'll let you actually use it. Okay, well, since he's got everything, we're gonna go to the next place. I know, she's so miserable and awful. I don't care. And I suppose I'm just nice enough that if you go somewhere where someone's cooking in public, they can have a serving while they're there. But if they don't finish it and they just put it in their inventory, guess what? It gets to go in the trash. I don't care what you say. Um, actually, did it say it was incomplete? Well, it's still considered good, so. I guess we can go to Ravenwood. I don't know that we'll actually find anything there. I don't think I've been around here much. Let's see. bars are dangerous. Club Eternity. You know what, let's go here. I mean, we've already loaded it up. Hmm. And yes, of course, you can steal from people's houses too if you like. But, I mean, her mischief skill's not really that good, so try and find of something you can actually steal from. See, I haven't been over here, I don't think, at all in this save. Did we have this when I last played? I can't remember. Maybe we did, and I'm just forgetful. I mean, I am forgetful, but just it's different in this case. Yes, yes. I like to answer my own questions. Who else is going to? I really don't see anything. I know, I haven't looked at the whole world, but nothing's popped out at me. Mm. Yeah. Right. And of course you can have a cow plant. It's more loving than anything else. And this video is not sponsored by cow plants. But of course, if it eats your sim, guess what? You lose. So it really depends on if you actually want that. I didn't know you could ring the bell. I'm kind of curious. But that is not what we're here for. Yeah, I don't see anything. All right. Well, it's a bust. And since we're just at an empty lot, yeah. See, we know Karen because she was kind enough to cure whoever it was that was sick. Don't want to deal with that again. I know. Okay, there it goes. I was so worried it was about to crash. Now, they've been 2 places, so their last imaginary token is just to get back home. Now, obviously, if you're not paying attention and you click the wrong world, it doesn't mean anything. No, we must have had it, right? Didn't we get that before fairies? Sometimes my brain backtracks in the wrong way. Okay. So, Alyssa, what's wrong with you? Everything? I know. It's hard to exist in such extreme luxury, right? And go eat and be quiet. You're gonna have to fix that sink, but for now, I guess you can take a bath. So let's see what we got. Oh, actually, I need to open these first. I forget sometimes it lets you do stuff while they're doing something else, but not always. Anything else? So let's go ahead and sell these. Careful not to sell our frogs. Because then Alyssa's going to have to breed frogs for us. And that would be devastating, right? Right. And we're back up to 32. Hmm. Maybe we could get them a wall and a window. Okay, let me see if it cleared the... the half walls look okay. I just realized there's bowls over there. For shame. You guys have a cabinet. Cabinet? They have a trash can. If you put a trash can on a cabinet, on a countertop, doesn't that then make it a cabinet? No? Be quiet, Pilo. You're not in this conversation. Okay. Let's see what happens. Because, I don't want to give them extra money. No, we're not going to just delete it. We're going to give them... Yeah, sure. And we need an adequate front door, which I guess could be anything. That you have to be able to get in. That is some pretty good progress, but no, obviously we cannot sell these things and get rewards. Not to mention, these two spaces are different rooms. Maybe I could put another wall here, though. Well, we're not going to place it. Well, let's see. That's 180. Make sure we're not leaving any unpainted half walls. That thing that happens, it might just be a glitch, but you still have to fix it if you see it. Come on now. Okay, we have... Well, it's only 20 for that wall. So... I know. The money is just going away. At that. That right there, that's what I was talking about. I think that was this one. Well, not all of it. Okay. That one. We will just have an opening. We'll put it there, I think. Wait, how much is this? 180? I feel like that's kind of pushing it. Well, it is 2,500, so we have over 100. I know. But it's going to be low. Maybe I'll just put the door for now, and we'll change it. How much is that door? I don't know. 40, yes. And they can still access all their rooms. Just to make sure everything is painted like it's supposed to be painted. See, look at that. Oh no, there's another one. But see, it's just so amazing. It's like they have a mansion. They should appreciate me more. Yeah. Sims, ungrateful. Little bastards. Oh, Red's in a mood. Okay. That half wall is taken care of. I'm just checking because I feel like that it was really unnecessary for it to get messed up. Okay, I think we're good. And we still have 82 monies. That's a lot of monies. At least for them. Maybe. Anyways, this went on long enough, but we had explanations and gaming for which to get to. So, like and subscribe if you feel so moved, and I'll see you in the next one. Maybe they'll learn to be good people. Bye.